Hi, I'm Conrad from Conrad P Woodturning. So not too long ago, I saw a video by Alan Stratton from the YouTube channel as Woodturners, and he basically wood-turned this egg where you spin it and then on its own it'll stand up on end and spin. He referred to it as the Columbus egg. Basically it works on the principle by making the egg within the proportion of the golden mean, which is 1.618. So basically what you do is you just turn a cylinder, measure the diameter of that cylinder, and then you figure out the length of the egg that you have to make it for it to work, and then just round it over to make the egg shape. So I'm going to have a go of doing that today. I have this piece of ornamental pear which I cut not too long ago. It's still quite green, but I think it'll be okay for this project. So without further ado, we'll get started. What do you think, Peppy? Okay, so to begin, I'm just going to rough out the piece of timber. I'm just using a bowl gouge, and I'm going to be turning at about a 670 revs to begin with. So I'll just go ahead with that now. Okay, so I'm just about at round now, so now I'm just going to swap to my skew chisel to start getting a nice finish and get it to about the final diameter. It's in balance now, so I'm going to be turning at about 1200 revs to begin with. Okay, the next step is now to measure the diameter of this piece of timber and then mark out the distance of the, the length of the egg. There is a slight crack about here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark with the pencil sort of the edge, that's where the edge of the egg is going to be, one end, then I'll measure the length of the egg from this line over there. So I'm just going to get my calipers and measure the distance, the diameter. Okay, that's 58mm. So 5.8 centimeters, 5.8 times 1.618 equals 7.418. So I need to mark 7.4 right here. That line, that's about there. And now, that divided by 2 to find the centre equals 3.7. So 3.7, right there, 3.7 centimetres, right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove this excess material here, and then I'll start shaping the egg. Okay, so now I've shaped the egg. I'm now just going to move on to sanding. So I'm going to start at 240 grit and then go up to 400 grit. I don't think it'll need much more sanding after that. I think the finish will be fine, but if it does need that, then I will move up to 600 and 800 grit if required. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm just going to move on to applying a finish. I'm just going to be using Danish oil for the finish. Just put a little bit on the paper towel. Then I'll just set the lathe to a slower speed. Just apply it just like that. That looks quite nice. Rub off the excess. Yeah, that looks quite good. Alright, so now I'm ready to part off. Alrighty, there you go. So now I'm just going to clean up both ends, get rid of the excess little nub there and sand it, and then apply finish. Okay, so here is the complete Columbus egg. So the idea is that you spin it on its side and then it'll stand up on its own. Sort of like that. Look, it doesn't work amazingly. I think it's mainly because I think this half of the egg, this one here, is slightly larger than this half, so it's always that end always ends up on the bottom, and then it's a little bit unbalanced, so it doesn't actually spin perfectly. But I find if you put the heavier end up on top, it tends to spin a lot better. Just like that. Okay, so here's the end product. Look, I think I'm really just going to call this project a bit of a fail. It really didn't turn out as well as Alan's did on his video, but nevertheless, it's sort of just, you know, an opportunity to practice your wood turning skills. And it goes to show that not every wood turning project will always turn out the way you want it to. But anyway, I'm going to put a link to Alan's video down in the description, so make sure to check that out. He did a much better job than I did. But yeah, if you did like this video, please consider giving it a like and commenting below. And if you want to keep up to date with my future videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until then, I'll see you next time.